Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Then,
So it really does help. I mean, professional management, again, having someone basically managing the property, and you can focus on your primary job as if you're a doctor or you work at, a professional business office, whatever it is.
Yeah. So what I heard you say there is, let's say, for example, myself, and I'm in the mortgage business, and I'm spending a couple hours, 2-3 hours a month, let's say, on paying the mortgage and looking at my statement, and maybe I have to go fix a toilet, or maybe I have to make a call to a plumber or something like this, right?
Yep.
And those hours that I spent on that, I might have saved 8% of the rent. Let's say that's $100, $200 a month. I might have saved that, or how much per hour am I in my profession?
Correct.
So any investors out there, you should really know what your hourly rate is.
Yep.
Inside your business.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So really, I mean, it could be viewed as kind of a low. I mean, it's a high value position, right? That we do provide doing management, but a lot of those tasks may be a low dollar task.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, well, does it make sense for you to go out and mow the lawn, or can you hire someone for $25 an hour to go do it?
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's always the phone calls, and that was, I guess, the hardest part for me as a investor. It's like you're on vacation or you're on a trip somewhere, you're out with your kids, and then someone calls, "Hey, the air conditioning broke."
That call. Yeah.
Or this is happening, and we care about our tenants, we care about our residents, and we want to solve the problem.
Right.
But maybe you're in the middle of something and you go, "Oh, I can't believe this." So that's where management comes in, and we handle all those calls for you.
That's cool. That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Most homeowners that currently own a home and are thinking of maybe buying a new home and renting their home, what are some tips? So like, this is a person let's say your family, and you've been wanting to buy another property or somehow get into owning multiple properties, renting it out, right? And so one strategy is, going to buy a new home and then turning their home into a rental.
Yep.
So the question here is that, what are some tips that you could give to those types of families that are wanting to maybe buy like I get calls a lot and say, "Hey, Pete, we want to buy this investment property." What they don't realize is that it takes 20% to put down on that property if they want to buy it just as an investment property. So how I've gotten all my properties is I've actually bought as a primary residence. I did this like for 4 or 5 years straight. My daughter was really upset at me because we were constantly moving.
Yeah.
But it was just me and my daughter, so it was like something that we could do. So like being single, I bought a home as a primary. I'd live there for a year. I'd save up 5% for the next home, and I buy that next home with putting 5% down because that's the minimum down payment. And then I turn the home I left into a rental. And so
I think it's a great strategy. I think that would definitely be one that I suggest probably most often for people. If you already own a home, it's more than likely not your forever home. Right. Even if it is, I'll still push people. Say, well, you could get a nicer one in 10 years if you invest in real estate.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But I think that's a great first step for people. And really, it's as easy as reaching out to a property manager and saying, "Hey, what would this rent for?" Right? Or they could even look online if they want. You can go online and look. But it is nice to talk to a professional and say, "Here's what the value of this would be. Here's what what you can expect." And if I understand correctly, some of that rent could be credited on their income, right, towards a future loan.
That's exactly right. So when they depart their residence and turn that into a rental. Let's say this customer is making $6,000 a month or $7,000 a month. Well, that income's not enough to cover both mortgages. Right. So you can't there's not enough income to cover both mortgages. Well, you can turn that home you're moving out of we can use that rental income, 75% of it. Okay. So and then we can apply that to the new purchase. And give that as income.
Yeah. So that's a great start.